Victor Hugo Rodriguez illegally immigrated to San Diego in 2004. A decade later, he had his first run-in with immigration enforcement. Rodriguez said about 40 people arrived at his house that night, including local and federal law enforcement.
Entraron y nos pusieron a todos de rodillas que estábamos que según.
It was a federal sting operation aimed at catching people harboring immigrants who are in the country illegally. Authorities arrested Rodriguez and 5 other people inside the house, including his 8-month pregnant U.S. citizen wife. She was released a few hours later. Rodriguez went into the custody of the Department of Homeland Security. A few days later, he was transferred from a detention facility in Chula Vista to one in Calexico, where he stayed for about 2.5 months. While waiting for his bond hearing, he missed the birth of his second daughter and lost his job.
Right. You don't just stay detained for months without a hearing. I mean, that's what they do where? Where would they do that? Guantanamo?
We reached out to the Department of Justice, who issued this statement. The Immigration Court schedules bond redetermination hearings for the earliest possible date. The detained caseload remains a top priority for the agency. According to data from Syracuse University, the backlog of cases waiting for results in immigration court has grown every year since 2007. In 2007, there were around 175,000 cases. Now, there are more than 450,000. Dana Marks is president of the National Association of Immigration Judges. She says that investing in more judges would speed things up and cost less in the long run.
We believe that it's a cost saving both right up front, that the people are detained for shorter periods of time before they have their first hearing, but also that it would eventually cause some reduction in the costs associated both with detaining someone during the appeal as well as the appellate courts needing to be funded.
Nationally, the cost of custody operations is budgeted at $2.4 billion for the fiscal year 2016. Rodriguez's detention alone cost taxpayers an estimated $12,000. Rodriguez was eventually released on bond. He is back with his family now, waiting for his green card and a work permit.
They have several steps that they need to complete before the process will be done, but I'm very positive regarding their case.
The government has given him permission to stay in the U.S. on humanitarian grounds while his case progresses. Rodriguez says he's relieved his detention is behind him.
I'm stay here with my family, with my wife and my daughter. I'm so happy.
But sometimes at night, as he falls asleep, his mind wanders back to his cell in Calexico. His next hearing will be in March 2017. For KPBS and iNewsSource, I'm Roxana Popescu.